We all probably know at least one person who does things differently from everyone else. Some may consider them weird, although I prefer to use the word creative. This video is all about the most creative people in the world. Watching them perform is as satisfying as it gets. Let's get it on! Everyone loves a good illusion. That's why magicians have been around for hundreds of years, but stage magic isn't the only kind of illusion that's worth looking at. Anything that looks like one thing when it's actually something else can blow your mind. This incredible artist creates the illusion of looking through trees, like literally looking through them. He's such a skilled painter he could have stuck to a canvas, but instead he chose to baffle joggers. And just imagine how magical it would be to pass one of his invisible trees in real life. Truly creative people know that literally anything can be art if you just do it with the right kind of flair and skill. That leads to some seriously creative work in the most surprising places. This Barber is one of those real artists. He doesn't care how unusual or challenging his canvas is. He creates the kind of work most of us can't achieve with a pencil. He can create anything for his clients with just an electric razor. How he worked out that he can do this will remain a mystery forever.
I like your cut, G.
Creativity is all about seeing opportunity in places that nobody else would spot it. Where someone else sees a problem, creative people see a challenge. Where we see a mess like this dusty car window, creative people see something potentially beautiful. And this person didn't see dust, they saw the perfect place to draw an adorable puppy. Then again, it's not just about realizing you can draw in the dust. They needed the skill to draw such an amazing picture to back up their creativity. Still, that window does look much better now. Everyone loves cake, but not a lot of people realize that people use it as their canvas to create amazing works of art. There's a reason for that too. It's not exactly an easy medium to work with, but that doesn't stop these people from blowing everyone's mind with some of the most lifelike illusion sculptures. Yet these cakes are totally edible and delicious, I'm sure. So how do they turn food into such amazingly lifelike objects? You'll never know. It's a skill only a handful of people can master. Rubik's Cubes are one of the most popular inventions in history. Just about everyone on Earth has wasted hours of their lives trying to work out how to do them, but nobody has turned them into an art until now. There are so many skills involved in creating this artwork that I can't even count them. He has to be able to work the Rubik's Cube, visualize how they fit together, work out a design. It's mind-blowing. We could all benefit from better knife skills, you know what I mean? There are probably loads of you watching this with bandaged fingers right now, but even if you develop the knife skills of a professional chef, you wouldn't match this guy. First, watch his incredible speed because it's amazing, but that's not the incredible part. It looks like he's just slicing that vegetable, but he's not. He's actually creating a mind-blowing vegetable net. His brain obviously works differently from the rest of us because we would have never realized that was possible. There are so many different kinds of art in this world that it can be hard to keep up, but most artists only care about the finished product. This guy thought outside the box and decided that the art was in the method as well. He started making art with magnetic darts, and some people would say he's just making things difficult for himself, but he seems to love it, and he's so skilled, his crazy method didn't even hurt the finished work. All he needs now is to end with a flourish. Is there anything on Earth more mundane and functional than a slice of toast? Sure, a toasted sandwich is one thing, but a plain bit of toast is the kind of boring thing you eat if you haven't bothered to go shopping. Unless you're the kind of person who sees opportunity in anything. This person combined the two most boring things on Earth, dry bread and an iron, and somehow they created this amazing work of art. If only it could last forever. Almost every day people use the phrase, "Wouldn't it be nice if?" But most people are just daydreaming about something crazy like how nice it would be if you could go anywhere without leaving your couch. Ed China is not most people. He wanted to drive around in the comfort of his living room, so he made it happen. He created a roadworthy sofa with all the bells and whistles found on a normal car and disguised in all sorts of clever ways we would never have managed to dream up. Seriously, I think he's a genius. If you just stop to think about things occasionally, you'll begin to realize how there are better ways of doing everyday tasks. It's just that nobody's realized yet. Like how teachers spend every day of their lives telling kids not to run in the hallways when they could have just done this instead. Yep, that'll definitely stop anyone running down the hall. I know it looks pretty dangerous having a huge dent in the floor like that, but it's not, because the dent isn't really there. It's just a super clever optical illusion built out of 400 porcelain tiles. Amazing. There's nothing more relaxing than a day at the beach, and that's why people flock there to lie in the sun, eat ice cream, and stick their toes in the water. Well, that's why most people go. This man goes because he's realized that a beach is one giant canvas for his art. He creates huge works of art using the beach sand, and they're incredible. Just imagine the skill and creativity it takes to create something that's too big for you to actually see while you're creating it. We're all familiar with the term makeup artist. And sure, it's a highly skilled job, but a lot of people doubt that the job title isn't really deserved. Luckily, there are true creatives in that industry to prove them wrong. This makeup artist creates incredible 3D illusions with just makeup. He uses highly skilled techniques that most of us wouldn't even be able to understand, never mind replicate. Nobody can deny the artistry in his work, and I'll bet he could make anyone look great on a red carpet too. Everyone has those moments where they've had to stop and think about just how ineffective people are. There are so many things we do that are time-wasting or unnecessarily difficult, but there's a reason for that. It's because you have to think like these guys to come up with a better way. Somebody in that team is a genius. They turn slow, backbreaking work into a super fast job, plus a good workout. Some people love musicals, but even if you do enjoy them,
city on fire? What's with all the smoke?
You still often walk out of the theater thinking it's a little dumb to just break into a song and dance number like that. Nobody would get away with that in real life, but then again, why not? This guy wanted to dance, so he did. There's no reason why he shouldn't treat his job like a show, and it seems to benefit him. He actually looks more productive because he's being creative and living a real-life musical. Maybe we're all going about our lives the wrong way. With technology advancing at such an incredible speed, humans have more tools available to them than ever before. But does that mean that we're using the tools we have in the most effective way possible? Well, looking at this guy, I think the answer is probably not. He looked around and realized that he could use all the machines he could ever need to make his job much, much easier than it would normally be. The world will never be the same. When we were kids, we all had at least one grown-up tell us not to play with our food. But just because we've all heard it, that doesn't mean that it's right. Your mom never had an actual toy made out of food, did she? If everyone had a beautiful and intricate puzzle built out of an apple like this one, they probably would have quickly changed their mind about that. I'll bet whoever created this apple jigsaw was thinking the same thing. Some food is just meant to be played with. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but sometimes patience pays off. This old lady's here to teach you that, even if she doesn't know it. Just stop what you're doing and watch her paint this tiger. I know it doesn't look great at first, but like I said, have patience. We all think we can do better until she lets her real creativity shine. She obviously has some secret creative technique that nobody else on Earth knows about because I've never seen a painting transform like that one. Or maybe she's using magic. We'll never know.